towards you, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Now, I like this version by the English Revised Version, ERSV. Thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you hope in your latter end. God has planted hope in every one of us. He has planted hope in all of us. In a sense, we can look at hope as a deep-seated expectation, a deep-seated desire. In a sense, it can also be looked at as a futuristic expectation. It was one great writer that I used to quote very well, Ralph Waldo Emerson, who says, "There is nothing capricious in nature, and the planting of a desire indicates that its gratification is in the constitution of the creature that feels it." There is nothing capricious in nature, that the implanting of a desire indicates that its gratification is in the constitution of the creature that feels it. God has planted hope in us. Now, hope and faith go together. Scripture made it known to us that God makes everything possible through the mechanism of faith and hope. So he plants this hope, then it is for you to ignite your faith that whatsoever God has put into you, God is going to bring it to pass. Martin Luther said that faith and hope are almost the same thing. They are inseparable. And that's why the Bible calls them the cardinal virtues. And so God plans hope of a future he has planned for you. And then you have the faith grabbed in your spirit that this hope is going to come to pass. Peter says that our faith and our hope might be in God. That's 1 Peter 1:13. Can all of us say together that your faith and your hope might be in God? Now let's say it 3 more times. One go, that your faith and that your hope might be in God. So God puts hope in your spirit. And then by your faith, you bring this hope to come to pass. What I now know, I can tell you the greatest discovery of my lifetime is that actually God navigates the life of people. The greatest discovery of my lifetime. In the younger days, we used to talk about dreaming, setting goals, having a vision. But now I so much believe that it is God himself that takes the initiative for our future. The Bible called him the author and then the finisher of our faith. And I want to say this. Our eternal destiny, our earthly destiny has not been put in the hands of a lottery. It has not been put in the hands of just wishes. It is embedded in God. That's why you can't see me saying, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. I can't do that again. I want to fit perfectly into the divine model for my life. I mean, the person who created me said that the plans that he has for me are good. Just as he is good. And they are not plans of disaster, but they are plans to give me a future that encompasses my hope in all dimensions of life. Actually, what do we hope for? What do we desire? We desire the cares of this world. What I will eat, what I will drink. You see people saying, oh, if you continue like this, you will not feed yourself, you will not feed your family. That's what we care for. But Jesus said in his word that your Father knows that you have need of all these things. We desire a complete and fulfilled life. And then scripture says that, mark the righteous, the end of that man shall be peace. In fact, so much so that David said, I have not seen the righteous, nor his seed begging bread.